Yo YouTube! This is my video for Wednesday the 5th of March, and I'm on my way to deliver my first of, I'm sure, many stops of the day. And I've just picked up from Sleaford 2 boxes. So it's a small van job, and the small story behind this job is I didn't get a job yesterday, despite trying very hard in the afternoon, all afternoon, and there just wasn't anything that I could bid on that I would win that was sort of anywhere suitable for me to go to or price at. So this morning I got myself awake at 6 o'clock and I was looking at CX, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything that came up early. And there wasn't really very much. Most of the jobs in my area, because I've got I think it's a 40 or 50 mile radius. Most of my jobs this morning were coming up from sort of Leicester. Actually, there wasn't even that many, was there? It's probably just Leicester. And because they were picking up within an hour, I couldn't get there in time. So there's nothing really locally. I think there might have been. Oh yes, a couple of Peterborough jobs I did bid on, but I didn't get those. But there was not very much at all. So between 6 o'clock and about 8:30, there probably was about 10 jobs that came up. Maybe, well, less than 10 jobs that came up. So I didn't really miss out on anything. A job came up at around about, I'm going to say, 8:30, which was, no, maybe it was 8:15, because it was 8:15 to 9:15 pickup in Sleaford. It was going to Leicester, and it was 55 miles loaded for a small van job. So I put a bid on that of £60, not thinking that I would get it, but thinking that I would go out of the house for that price to go that short distance. There was at the time a couple of drivers active near me, a couple of drivers active around Boston, and then a couple of other drivers sort of north of Sleaford who could have quite easily got to this job. So I thought there's going to be a small van driver that's going to do this and it's going to go quite cheap, and I'm not going to get it. So the job got sold, in inverted commas, and then was reposted with a note saying pays £55. Now usually I find that sort of behaviour quite annoying, because we've put a bid on and then they've come back, obviously in the light of those bids, come up with a price that they are saying like an upper limit. But for the sake of £5, I was not going to worry about it. So I had to think about it. I double checked that I hadn't made a mistake and rebid £55, 55 miles loaded. And the reason why it works for me is Sleaford's not very far away. It's about 11 miles. It's only about 20 minutes drive, and it gets me to Leicester, which is a much better area to get work from. And it's a good start to my day. It gets me out of the house, reasonably early. I couldn't have got out any earlier, with bearing in mind the other jobs that were available. So I'm on the road now. I'm doing a very easy job. It's going to be an hour and 20 minutes drive from Sleaford to Leicester. And it's a lovely day, and I'm hoping that this is the start of a successful continuation of our week. Monday was really good. Hi YouTube, so it's now 12:30. I have deliberately lined up my vehicle to show you the vista in front of me with all the parallel lines going into the distance. Just as a slight aside, because I'm bored out of my head. I finished my first load at 11:15, and I've been bidding non-stop since then, but I'm currently in Leicester, and most of the jobs are coming out up to an hour from me. So it's a lot from Near Nottingham, quite a lot from Kettering and Corby, a few from Birmingham. There's a sprinkling from Leicester, which is weird, because when I'm at home there's always Leicester jobs. And I'm putting bids on pretty much everything that comes on at prices that I can afford to do it for, and not had any interest. Yeah, Peterborough also. It's Peterborough and Peterborough and Lincoln. They're both sort of just over an hour away. I've been putting bids on there. So I'm quite tired now, having done this for an hour or nearly 2 hours now. It's a lovely day, but it's quite tiring sitting around bidding and concentrating on bidding all the time. I just want to get driving and get to the next point. I have tried implementing a new strategy with pricing, which I won't necessarily transform my success, but it hasn't at the moment provided any fruits of my efforts. But it's something I keep trying and see whether over time it pays off. But right now, I sort of update you. It's been £55 so far today. It's now 12:30, so it's not going to be a great day money-wise unless I end up miles from home, having done a long job. So I'm looking really today to do probably stay local, so smaller jobs. By the looks of the jobs, I'd love to be at Nottingham at the moment, or Derby. So if we get over there cheaply, then I'll try that. But you know what will happen? I'll get over to Derby or Nottingham, and then there'll be loads of jobs from Leicester suddenly, won't there? Anyway, I'll update you as and when things change. This can't be surely my last job of the day. How far from home am I? So if I was to go just straight home, would I even make any money today? Well, I wouldn't make any money for myself, certainly. So if I go straight home now, it will be an extra 47 miles, an hour and a quarter. I mean, I'd pick up a job from home and take it somewhere else at the moment. I'd travel an hour and a quarter to get a job. So, yeah. It's tough at the moment, and my memories of Monday are vastly retreating into the background now. Okay, good news! I might just make my business costs today. I've got a second job. It is half an hour's drive away, 14 miles, collecting in Colville, and I'm going to Bicester, which is going to be potentially a sticky place to get out of, but my plan would be to head sort of north towards Northampton area, Wellingborough area, see whether anything comes up there, depending on how busy it is. I'm getting £80 for this, and it's for I think it's a small van job, and I'm getting £80 for it. 80. So that means I'm on 135 for the day, which would take into account fuel, will just about be enough to cover my fixed business costs. So I suppose one way to look at this is if I go out in the morning and I come back and I've at least covered my business costs, that isn't a disaster. It's obviously not good, is it? But if I can get a third job, then that's money in my own pocket, which I can really do with at the moment. I don't know about you, but I need a bit of money at the moment. Anyway, you can't complain with this weather, can you? Look at this. So I shall get on with my job, and hopefully you're having a great life at the moment. And I shall update you later. Cheers. Hello there. So I thought I'd just do a very quick video to update you. I've offloaded that second job, and I was off site at 3:10. I've just driven down the road a little bit, and suddenly I found myself at the side of the road here. I thought I'd take a picture and video of this because it looks a bit like I've come off the road and gone into the hedge, but believe me, I haven't. I'm parked in a unofficial lay-by next to a gate to a field, and all around me to my right is various plastic rubbish. So the site ahead is a bit more interesting. It's now just gone 3:30. There is not a lot of opportunities to get work from this area. I have done a screenshot to show where I am and the local drivers. I think my plan now is to head towards Towcester and then Northampton. I think if I head towards home, that will be better than staying here for too long. Most of the work that's coming out of this area is going into London, which I would do for the right price, but then I'm also tempted just to go home. Wow, talk about fighting for scraps. I have got a third and last job of the day. It's nothing to write home about, and the only reason why I'm happy about having this job is that it will add together with what I've done today and what I've done on Monday, and between the 2 days I'll have a reasonable rate of return. In itself, it's a rubbish thing for me to do, but I'm still grateful for it. It's just, it's when you're desperate, you got to do these silly little jobs. So I'm driving on the A43 at the moment, heading north, just south of Northampton, and there's a job coming up from Warwick going to Ely. Now Warwick is 35 minutes away, 26 miles, and Ely is nowhere near where I live, but it's in the East Anglia area, which is closer than anything else that's come up so far. So I've taken it. It's 68 miles loaded for a small van job, and I put a bid on £60, 60, and then I'm just going to go home. I think Ely to home is about an hour and a quarter. Yeah, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. So I should be, I'm guessing, home in about 3 hours. So it's 4:45. No, sorry, it's 4 o'clock now. So 7 o'clock-ish. I don't know. I'm not really, that's a bit of a guess. But it's like pulling teeth. It's working on the CX at the moment. You gotta laugh, haven't you? Anyway, so I'll do my stats when I come back from Ely. I'll do my stats, and it'll be it won't be disastrous. At least it'll be respectable, bearing in mind my February. And I am also mindful that on Monday I made £290 after fuel, so I'm kind of thinking of this as 2 days work, combining the two. It makes me feel better about it. Right, I'll let you know, and next time I talk to you, which might hopefully still be light. It's lovely. It's been a lovely day today. Really nice to work, and yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go. Cheers. Right, quick update. I have finally made it out of the congestion on the M6, well, as caused by the M6. It wasn't actually on the M6. As I was going to, it was Rugby I was going to. The M6 heading eastbound was delayed by accident, although it had been cleared by the time I came past it. And so I thought I'll avoid that coming back. When I was coming back eastwards towards Ely, I had to miss the M6, went down a country lane, around the houses a bit, and then ended up on the A14. And I'm heading east, the A14, and before I started the video, there was a few miles of congestion on the other carriageway, and it's still there. This looks quite bad. I don't know what's causing it. The length of this A14 westbound is horrendous. It's mainly lorries with the odd car in between, which I always think is a bad sign for it moving. But yeah, so what day is it today? It's Wednesday. I think if I look at the road, there's a road that's closed. Oh, the A14 is closed between the M6 M1 junction and near Cold Ashby, so they must be being diverted onto a country road, but that is horrendous. If they are, they're not going anywhere. It's really bad, because I've come off country roads. If this is all going to go the same way I've been, there's no way it's going to happen. Oh dear, I feel sorry for those guys. And they can't get off now because they're stuck on the motorway. Yeah, they're going to be sitting there for a long time. So I don't know whether the road is closed for roadworks, whether it looks like it's closed deliberately rather than it's a temporary thing. But oh my goodness me, that is crazy. Still going, look. Before I started the video, I was driving for about 2 or 3 minutes, looking at it, and it's, oh my god, it makes me sick thinking about these people stuck in this traffic. There's a junction here. Obviously, that car there is not getting off. You need to get off, mate. Oh dear. Yeah. So, oh god, this is the end of it. But at least there's a junction. So what junction are we at now? So that's the junction with the A508, and this stretches all the way to the next junction, which is the A5199. So I can now work that out how far that is. That is a ridiculously long way. Oh well, I'm now. See, the thing is now, I'm driving along here and I'm thinking, all those people there on the right hand side who are driving towards me, merrily going about their day, they've got no idea that about 2 minutes they're going to be stuck in a big massive traffic. So I put indicators to go right, to go past this lorry, and get stuck in a bit. So I wish I had some way of a big sign saying, get off this road, get off this road, you're going nowhere. Hello there, here we go, last little section of today's video. I've got some stats for you. I'm on my way home now. I've just dropped off in Ely, and it's about an hour to get from there to home, which is a bit less than I thought it was going to be. So, based on an average fuel price today of 14.74 pence per mile, I've driven today a total of 318 miles, 318. By the time I get home, I will have worked for 11 and a half hours, and I've managed to scrape together from 3 CX jobs £195. Fuel wise today I've spent £46.87, so let's make that £47, which means that my net earnings today after fuel, taken into account, is £148, which is okay considering how it could have turned out. And what has given me a bit of comfort is I did look at when I compared the 2 days I've done this week together. My first day, on Monday, I earned £293 after fuel. So on average, for today and Monday, over the 2 days, I've averaged out £221 after fuel, which I'm really pleased with. So it does mean Friday is all to play for in terms of making it a good week. Good is obviously relative, isn't it? But yeah, at the moment, feels like a good week. Although today has been quite draining, I would say. Now, I'm going to just finish off by telling you how I feel at the moment. I feel actually quite good about today, and I'll tell you why. I feel that I've worked hard. I feel that I've done the best that I could. I don't believe there were many opportunities that I missed out on that I could have done differently. And I'm quite tired. I know I've done something and I've put some effort in, but I'm not too tired. I can sort of still think straight and still feel okay. So it feels like a job of work well done today, and I'm going to go home and then that'll be the end of my day. So that's how I feel, honestly. Just basic kind of a warmish feeling of having done one's best. And I think one should, I think, just appreciate that that's all we can do sometimes. Just do our best and keep on swimming. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming. So yeah, I am going to be back on Friday And tomorrow morning I've got a health appointment for something completely different. Nothing too major, and it's actually reasonably minor on the whole scale of things, but it is something else that I've got to deal with. But that should be dealt with reasonably simply. I will say goodbye. Thank you very much for listening to my video. I hope that you are generally being very successful, however you choose to find that word for yourselves. And I'll just say farewell, friends.